Welcome back. Now, the unemployment rate increased to 32.9% in the first quarter. This shows that the South African economy is in need for more business intervention to help stimulate the economy. Now, what does the tabled budget say about business? CEO of Small Business Institute, John Dludlu, joins us now via Zoom for more insights. Thank you so much for your time, John. And actually, as we start off that intro with the high unemployment rate, you really want a budget that speaks to job creation, and for that, we need sustainable growth and immediate growth at that. What did you make of the tone of the budget when it comes to clearing a path for growth?
So thank you very much for inviting us. Obviously, we all are relieved that finally a budget has been passed. But what budget is it? It's coming on the back of two numbers which are very disturbing. Inflation is on the rise, and unemployment is growing. And what we've seen today happening is it's a very upbeat finance minister, but who has just done nothing other than to kick the can down the line. All the difficult decisions have been postponed to a few months down the line. We still have to, the taxes, we have to welcome the fact that corporate and income taxes are not rising, but it's filled with the fuel levy, which will not stretch which will only scratch the surface of the problem, the revenue problem that we require. In a few months' time, we really have to revisit what we need to do as a country. We have what I call the 20 million people problem. We have 20 million people who are on social grants. Again, he has kicked down the can by another year on the social distress relief grant. So for another year, we have it, but we don't know how it's going to be funded on a more sustainable basis. And we still don't have the permanent solution about are we going for the basic income grants? If yes, when and how is it going to be funded? And how do we actually get so many of these people? Because so many of them are working age people. How do you get them to be taxpayers instead of grant earners? How do you restore their dignity? And some of them have never worked in their lives. So, and we haven't had a durable solution about when do we stop the bailouts to the state-owned enterprises. The one is Eskom. At least we agree on Eskom that we all needed a debt relief solution there. But we have a problem with PRASA, we have a problem at Transnet, we have a problem at many other SOEs. They are not performing nowhere near. I mean, the PSPs are going to come. They're going to come, but too late, further down the line for the problem to be resolved. The economy is not performing. We are producing, but we are not getting our stuff to the ports. We're not getting our stuff to the export markets. And of course, we have just returned to the load shedding era. We are relieved that it's not at a level where it is structural in nature. I think we'll get out of it quickly. But the combination of Eskom underperforming, Transnet underperforming, is bad for the economy.
John, it's quite interesting that you say that you are waiting for the finance minister to revisit some of the details when it comes to the budget, saying that some of those the can has been kicked further down the line. For example, the SRD. I'm wondering if that is not a function of the fact that we don't have growth yet. What comes first? Do these details come first before the growth, or are there instances where this growth actually needs to come before there is certainty on some of these decisions?
We've had about 4 months now to sort of revise the budget. I think we should have had a bit more detail. For example, the other thing that he has kicked down the line is around how to plug in the gap arising from the cut in the US aid, the HIV support program. we've known about it now for about 2 months. Clearly, we should have a solution in the making. You know what I found very interesting is towards the end of his speech, as he was closing, he thanked everyone for finding each other around this. But I think really the core of the problem is this is a forced marriage. The GNU is a forced marriage. The parties are there because the parents want the parties to be there. Love is gone. Love has not been there in a long time, and no one is seeking counseling. No one is. The DA continues to work towards the demise of the ANC. The ANC continues to sort of work towards the demise of the ANC. I haven't heard once that the president has taken his cabinet colleagues on a retreat so that they find each other. What makes this country work? Yes, for a year now, we've been talking about a new normal. It's a new normal, but I don't think we are approaching it with new and abnormal tools. We're still using the same old tools. We go and shout slogans and scream insults at each other, and then we go back to the room and act as strangers. That's why it's taking so long. So you ask, we need these things, we need these details very quickly. And agency summit of the cabinet must be held so that we provide certainty.
Yeah.
Start be meeting these timelines for the sake of complying. We need to be meeting these timelines because we've got a plan.
Yeah.
And the plan is
all right, I do hear you on that point, John, because business, all it really looks for is certainty. Thank you so much for your insights. That was the CEO of Small Business Institute, John Dludlu, with his insights on the budget.